Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down a song called And Love You Will Find from the Final Fantasy XIV original soundtrack. Boom! Already starting on a sorrowful tone. Oof, that change there was so foreboding. I like the lower register in the string section. That change there is so evil. I really like this kind of arrangements in piano, you know? You know, super back to basics. Like they say in jazz, your meat and potatoes or something. Yeah, it's there. Less is more, you know? The less is more approach. Okay, now we have a string arrangement in a higher register. No, it's not a string. It's a voice. I thought it was a string. It was a voice. Yeah, this is great. Like the pizzicato strings going with the vocal line. That was very cool. And we come to the main, the verse, if you could say so. I might have made a song that had this arpeggiated chord progression, but it didn't have that one. It sounds like a diminished chord or something. Ugh, that part sounds so evil. I really like the sound of the lower strings, you know, the cello and the double bass. I really like how the song, the dynamic structure of the tension. I like it. I thought this was a string instrument, but no, it's a vocal. It's a voice. Oh, there we go. I suppose it's supposed to loop over and over again. All right, let's break it down. I want to open this section by talking about the title of the track and the premise of it and how it relates to the song. The title of the track is "And Love You Shall Find," but it's also known as the Turncliffe theme. In the video that was embedded in the video that I got sent for this song, it seems that there is a character that is just walking around a place. So what I'm guessing is that this is an actual town theme instead of a character theme. Now, the interesting thing about this track is that it has a sorrowful tone, but sometimes it's very sinister. So how those two things actually kind of inspire a track that is called "And Love You Shall Find"? What kind of place is this to find love even? In this particular case, I think the title of a song, it's presenting itself more as an irony, an ironic take of what it actually means within the context of a track, and even goes into the premise of talking about the darker side of love. So by connecting those two things, I'm left with other questions like, is it a premise of an important love story within the lore that went wrong? Or do you come here to find love only for it to, sort of destroy you in heartbreak and change you into bitterness and hate even? Whatever it may be the case, this place certainly has a tragic story because it's all built into the song. Now let's dive into the music itself. I like that this track has the stripped, less is more approach that makes each note count even more to transmit the emotions of the premise of the song. It's more about less of the distractions, it just goes straight to the point. Because you see, and I've talked about this in previous breakdowns, when you have songs that have a lot of arrangements that have this big wall of sounds, are these epic, massive soundtracks, they become more about that, of course, but they have to sacrifice a lot of the nuances of the instruments and whatnot that can be very expressive to communicate certain emotions. But when you have a song that is stripped from all that epicness and it becomes more about a nucleus, a more of a core thing in which you have only a piano and a couple of string instruments and a very, very simple arrangement all along with the vocals, then it becomes more about, going straight to the point and making that connection in between the emotions that the song has with the emotions of the person that is listening. Also notice that the song is really grounded, literally and metaphorically, because like I said before, it doesn't only go straight to the point, but also doesn't have a lot of things going on in a higher register. And when I talk about higher register, I mean there's like a spectrum of notes in which you have low notes, mid notes, and high notes. It's very different if I sing a song like this, like if I sing it like this. Two different things. This is the higher register and is the lower register. So you can hear that there's a lot of low register arrangements in here that makes the song a little bit even more brooding. Like, I also think that the dynamics in the way the song builds and releases the tension is fantastic. Mind you that the tension is always there because the song is always sorrowful and then goes darker in some parts of the chord progression and the arpeggiated parts, but it plays in between a little bit of dark and going darker. And one last final thing that I would like to mention is that I got debated by the vocals. For a minute, I really thought that they were a string instrument that was playing, but then I noticed like, well, no, this is a voice. And that I have to give it to the singer, because that's an incredible feat that the singer was able to achieve that. Although I will say that I don't have the keenness of ears in music. I would say I always get confusing between the glockenspiels and xylophones and vibraphones. Sometimes I can't distinguish the nature of the sound, you know, to distinguish which instrument is what. But it is one of the few times in which I thought that a vocal that a voice was an actual instrument. So I think I'm gonna give this track a B tier. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out this other Final Fantasy breakdown that I did. And if you would like to support my work further, you can check the support section in the description of this video, where you can find my Patreon and all the other links, alright? Thank you very much.